Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another episode of my daily vlog. Kind of a chilly day today, around 45 or so, rainy, ground is wet, kind of a mess. So, as you know, out of the 8 tractors that I got on that Mondo Mowers trade, this was the first one, which I took 3 episodes. It's ready to go. It's beautiful, actually. Problem is, it's a 46-inch wide deck, which won't fit through the gates of my PVC fence, so I can't get into the backyard store. So unfortunately, this has to stay in my garage until I find a buyer. I'm just waiting for a nicer day for me to just pull this out and take some pictures and list it. But today, I need to try to find a way for me to get this parked back there somewhere, right? So I'll have room to bring in another tractor in here to work on. Because it's a yucky day, it's not a real good day for me to go into the backyard and do a field video, you know? So I have to try to find a way to get my 6 snow blowers out of this garage and park it in the back somewhere, or at least get rid of 2 so I can at least park this somewhere where those 2 were, you know? Problem is, I've got winter stuff all over. I've got winter coats hanging all over the place. I've got my GT6000 tractor with the snowplow that I've never used parked there right in the middle, and just got to maneuver things around to try to get this back there somehow so I'll have room to bring another tractor from the back to the front to start working on it. Out of the 8, this one's finished. The second one was that Craftsman LT1000 with the cracked chassis, front chassis, which, as you guys saw in yesterday's video, completely did a tear down on it. And every piece, every bolt, that minus the brake lever, was removed from that tractor, and all we had was a framed carcass sitting on the curb, you know. I listed everything on eBay, and hopefully I'll sell some of those parts.
Hey man. Oh, shit, tout ça pour un papier, man. Yo, c'est fou, man.
There's the carcass, ready for the trash tomorrow. These 2 tires, I've tried tubes, I've tried slime, I've tried fix-a-flat, I've tried ATF. Nothing, and these are so difficult to take off that I'm just going to put these on some carcass and just throw them out eventually. I know, right? Henry, throw them out? Crazy. Those 3 along the wall there, I put ATF in it yesterday. They all hold very good air and they're solid. This one I just pumped up, and I'm going to put some ATF in. I put some ATF in this one, but it's lost a little bit. Not bad though. I'm almost starting to believe that the ATF really works. So this tractor is a variable transmission, so you can't really roll it. It's almost like a hydrostatic. You know, you got to pick up one side of the rear to push it around somewhere. Kind of a pain. Just want to show you what I'm in store for today. I gotta kind of move all this stuff out of the way, and I'm thinking about taking those 2 snow blowers and moving them out somewhere into the back. I'm gonna move this monster machine, my 1333 snow blower, which I've never used, and my 928 Craftsman, and move that to the left here. I've got a Craftsman dual stage there and an Atlas over here. I was thinking about moving those out too. Moving this GT6000 closer to the wall there. So I should have enough room to park this thing in there. That's the... Made room for my yard machines tractor in the back, the one with the 46-inch deck. Still managed to keep all my snow blowers in here. I guess just maneuvering things around created quite a bit of space. So I went to the backyard and I surveyed the remaining 6 tractors that I wanted to work on. And I saw that this Craftsman LT1000, the gray one, which is a little unusual. I've had maybe 2, but you don't see them that much, you know. Seemed like the second best condition one, you know. So I'll go by good condition to bad condition, you know, because the bad condition one's just going to take longer, you know. Like to just get these out, you know, and take them down one at a time, you know. So this is a 5-speed. I'm sorry, it's a 6-speed LT1000. Looks like a 42 deck, but it's missing the side discharge thing. All 4 tires appear to hold air, but they were flat. All 4 of them were flat in the back, with the exception of the right front one. So I just took my foot pump, and you know, works great. You know, 2 seconds, not much effort. You know, just to pump them up so you can roll them better. And as you saw, it did roll pretty well. I pushed it all the way from the back to the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a look at it right now and see what it needs. Obviously, it needs a battery, but it actually has the nut on here. Well, one of them. Looks pretty clean. You know, you could tell usually that there's all kinds of rust buildup in this area. There is almost none. So this seems like it's a relatively good condition tractor. Looking at the, I mean, I'm serious. There's usually tons of rust around here, or at least bubbled up paint, and there is none. So this is a really good condition tractor. According to the model number, it's a 917-274-350, right? And the serial number is an 04. It says right here, 12/20/04. So it's December 20th, 2004 is the date of manufacture. So that's pretty new. It's okay. 15 years, you know. Like I said, it's a 5-speed. As you can see, it has a manual PTO. And it feels good. Ignition switch feels good, not hinky, right? Clicks. Oh, you know what? This has a reverse in motion thing. that's going to cause a lot of problems with starting, because that's like an extra safety switch. You know what I mean? Right here. So if you're mowing, PTO is engaged, right? And you're running. If you want to mow backwards, you got to turn it to that for you to be mowing backwards. Otherwise, it'll shut off the engine. Pain in the butt. I hate it. Look at the foot pads. I mean, that's just grass over there, but there's no rust. It's a 16 horsepower overhead valve. You know, there's a myth that goes around. People say that the even number horsepower ones are the most reliable and most smoothest. The one that I gave Mondo, right? The Poulon, that was a 16. And you know how you just know your equipment? That engine was really smooth, okay? Really good engine. The tractor itself wasn't in that great a shape, but the engine was really good. So this is also a 16, but as you can see, it's a different cover, you know? So the issue here is, check this out. Mondo says it was blown. So you turn it, right, and it stops right there. But the sound is not coming from in the engine. It doesn't sound like metal hitting metal. It sounds like just something stuck, you know? Like right now, if I'm hitting it like that, I can see the blade going like this. So the mower deck belt is fused around the bottom double stack pulley, right? The mower deck pulley. When I'm trying to turn it, it catches onto the mower deck and tries to spin the blades, which should not be, because the PTO is not on, which means that there should be plenty of slack for it to not turn at all. And it doesn't. It's not even attached to it. Oh, okay. Here we go. So it's not, now it's not gripping onto the thing, and I can feel compression. Yes, we do. It's no longer locked up. It was locked up before. I just pulled the belt off the pulley. Man, it's a lot of compression. I think it might be oil hydrolocked, because I think he might have had this up on its incline for a bit. So that's good news. We'll check into it a little bit more. As you can see from the engine compartment, it's especially the carburetor area. It's filled with like dried oil and stuff. I mean, I just know that the carburetor is going to suck. I know it. If you look at the deck too, the rest of the tractor doesn't have much rust, but look at the deck. You have some surface rust here, but it's not bad though at all. There's no rot anywhere. I think we could salvage it. It's missing the spindle covers on here. I think I might have a couple. God, it's so dirty, you know? Holy cow. Ass gas. Plus some bugs. Bugs, leaves, and ass gas. You know what? I'm going to show you some ass gas. You guys want to see ass gas? I'll show you ass gas. I'm going to take you off the microphone. Ass gas and bugs. Yucky. Ooh. Has a fuel solenoid. And I believe this is a Walboro. This is a Walboro, which is good. Good news is when you look underneath, right? There's no caked on Earl. I mean, there is Earl splattered around, but there's no caked on Earl on the bottom. So this looks like that the gaskets are all good, that there is no oil leaks. But it sure looks like a lot of oil came out around the carburetor area due to it maybe being tilted or put to the left or the right on its side sometime. Rest of the tractor, as you can see, It's very clean other than the mower deck. Seat's in good shape. Check it out. It is a low back, which I don't like, but I'll take a good seat any day. Look at the fenders. Button to lower and raise the deck. Uses the cable PTO system, where when you engage the PTO lever, it moves the cable to pull the tensioner pulley to tighten the belts to make it go. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm just going to make sure that the deck is okay. I'm going to remove the deck first, so that when we try to test this engine, nothing is going to be hung up on it. So we have a fair test for the engine. That way we know if it runs, and it doesn't not run due to the mower deck restricting it to run. Anyway, I got to check out the condition of the deck anyhow. I end up, removing it anyway just to check it out. So here at Mowers and Blowers, as you know, I'm just a regular dude trying to crack a nut. You know what I mean? So the purpose of most of my videos is to show you how to do things. So I've seen a lot of videos about how you do things, and they don't exactly show you exactly how to do it. So we're just going to go right here. I'm going to show you right here. It's got 6 connection points for a typical mower deck from Craftsman, this style. So you got the 2 front links over here, the rod links that attach the front of the mower deck to the front of the tractor. So it's just that R clip. It's an R clip because it's shaped like an R. So you just pull that out, and this drag link, or that rod, will go out that way. Same goes for the left one. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Now if you get down here, I'm lying on the floor now. This is what's called a carriage carrier hanger, right? And basically if you move this, right, press the button, pull it upwards, see how it works? It lifts it like that. So I'm going to put it all the way down so you have a lot of room in here, right? As you can see, this looks like a coat hanger, right? Attached to this rod here that goes up. That's connected to this lever. So when you pull it up that way, this pulls up, pulls the mower deck up. So the connection point here is this R clip right there. Same goes on the other side. So that's 3 and 4, right? Connection number 5 is more difficult. Connection number 5 is the PTO. I'm going to put the lights on. Ooh, cool. So here's the PTO cable. This cable here is connected to this PTO lever right here. You push upwards. See? So when you push that PTO lever upwards, this cable here pulls this spring that's connected to the tensioner assembly that tightens the belt that allows it to spin from the bottom of the double stack pulley off the crankshaft of the engine. So it's loose right now, but when you engage it, it'll be tight. When it's tight, grips onto this pulley here while the engine's moving, and in turn will turn the springs. So basically, to disconnect this, you have this R clip here. Just pull it out. That's 1. Then you gotta finagle yourself to push this out like that and get this cable out. Once you have this cable out, I have to remember where this goes. Okay, so it's a 7 connection, and I'll show you why. This spring is connected to this top part here where there's another R clip. I'm just going to pull that out, the little one, lift it out. There's a washer here. Remember for me to put that washer back. So there you go. That was connection number 5. Wait a minute. No, 5 and 6, because 6 was that little thing to get the spring out. I'm going to go on the other side now. So we've just taken out connections 5 and 6. Here's connection 7, which is another R-clip that holds the back rod, right? This allows the back to be held upward from this. This pivots, it goes like this with the height. So you got to pull this out. I have to get some channel locks to get this one out. Once you get that one out, connection number 4 is this one right here. And then that should be it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the cable, 5, spring, 6, and finally 7, the rear bracket attachment with the bar. I'm going to do it all for you right here, live on TV. So I'm back here in the front now. We're going to start over with connection number 1. This is the R-clip for connection number 1. There we go. Want to get it straightened out like that. So you can get the loop, pull out. Boom! Connection number 1 done. You could leave that there and remove that one, but then when you move it around, you have this bar that's hanging, dragging on the floor, and it will restrict you from going forward and backwards. Connection number 2, front. Pull it out. Look, watch. Boom, done. I didn't go boom on this one, so look. Boom! We're going to stay on this side and do connection number 3. I'm holding the camera with my left hand because that's my non-dominant. Overcrossing my right hand. Boom! Connection number 3. Check this out. See? Loosened it. We're on the left side now for connection number 4. Boom! Alright, so that's hanging because it has the weight of the machine. Hello. Hello. It's tough to do it with one hand. So I had to wiggle it a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. I put the height lever up and then wiggled it and it came out. This thing right here. That's a connection number 4. 5 and 6 was the cable. Connection 7 was the spring to the tensioner. And this is the final one. What did I just say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connection 7 is this one. Boom. Oh, there we go. Lefty. Oh, damn son of a bitch. There we go. All connections are free. Now we have the belt to disconnect from the front pulley. Drag the deck forward a little to give it some slack, and it slips right off. And there we go. Now, isn't that a wonderfully detailed video on how to remove a Craftsman mower deck? That was pretty detailed, I must say. Now you just pull it out. Pull it out. Yeah. This front link here needs to go upwards. So move the wheel. You know, surprisingly, this steering is actually pretty good. Craftsman steering sucks usually. This one's pretty good. Maybe I got lucky. Getting lucky. Lucky, I tell you. There we go. And there it is. There be the mower deck. That spring the end of the spring goes onto here, remember? And it has a hole in it, so that's where you put the R-clip. That spring, this is the front, that's the back, would pull that way. So that's what happens when you pull that way. When you pull this way, right? These brakes here do not touch this. When you let go, the brakes do. So when you go like this, then when you release, it goes back that way. See here how this is supposed to be tight like that? But then when you pull it, it makes the belt tighter to make the blades move. And as you can see, it is seized. Yep. The spindles are seized. I have seized those drugs. That kind of seized. Alright, this one's good. This one, no good. This one, no good. What I'm going to try now is I've got a 9/16 breaker bar. Since the Titan's going clockwise, I have to turn it clockwise. Let's just see if I can get this to move.
Don't break it, Henry.
No, it's just tightening it. I'm just tightening it. I'm not moving it. And if I'm afraid that if I turn it any more, it'll break. So that's really on there. I'm going to try a hammer just to start to get it moving. Obviously the blades are here. Here's the body of it, so move a little. All right. Unseized now. It's, you know, if you haven't used it in a while, things are going to rust up a little, you know. Just move it around and stuff. It seems to be all right. It seems to be all right. The belt's getting stuck, so I'm going to remove the belt. I know how to reroute it. It's pretty easy. V goes to the V, flat goes to the... Oh, you know what? It was because the belt was really fused onto the pulley is all. It really wasn't that seized. Maybe a little bit, not too much. Spray some penetrating oil from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. I got a splinter per splinter.
Making a mess, Henry. Gonna hit the floor all oily.
Shut up.
You shouldn't use bad words, Henry.
I'm using bad words.
Shut up is a bad word.
You're a bad word.
You are.
Ooh! Man, it's amazing what penetrating oil would do. Holy cow! Before I couldn't even move this thing. Look at it now. Holy cow! Man, is that stuff like magic or what? I mean, I'm not kidding. You guys saw, right? I was whacking it with a hammer. I couldn't even turn it with the breaker bar. Moved it up, moved it around a little bit. Put some penetrating oil on here. Look at this. That's freaking unbelievable, if you ask me. This one too. All right. Well, look. This is how you comprehensively, in detail, remove a mower deck from a Craftsman LT1000 lawn tractor. This is the typical one. 7-point connection. You think they could have made it like 10, 15? How about 18? Why not 20? Why can't you just do a 4-point connection or a 3-point connection? Oh, that's right. MTD has a 3-point connection. Is that easy? No. I would still be working on that right now. This is actually one of the easiest ones to remove, you know. As you saw, I lickety split and got it off. I was doing it on camera. It didn't take very long at all. But that's how you remove it. Put it back again. Reverse the process. You know, you'll figure it out when you get down there. You match it up and everything. It's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna use some Toolbox Buddy, which is Lucas Oil's version of WD-40. I really don't even know why I'm doing this, because you can't even have access to the bearings from here. You got to do it like from the side. This one here, you're gonna almost like bend the straw. Bend the knee!
You bend the knee, Henry.
Alright, so look. This is the part that moves and swivels, see? So the main joint is right there. Flooding it with lube. Look, I know I'm flooding it and stuff, right? But it's just lube, like Earl. It'll dry. And what else it doesn't do is it protects it from the moisture, water. It doesn't hurt anything. You could drink WD-40. Hmm? Ralph? Shaggy? Alright. It was engaged. Wow. Sweet Caroline. This one might vibrate, in my opinion, because if you're turning it, right? Oh, I guess they're both like that. You know, because I was thinking maybe it was the spindle's bent, you know. But let's look at this. This is right here. Right, hits it. And this one doesn't, see? Off by a couple millimeters. These blades are kind of bent. Either the blades are bent or the whole deck is bent. I'm going to take a hammer and kind of bang it a little bit. See if I can bend them both into shape. Alright, so I don't want to get too carried away with that. Blades spin, move freely. Deck looks pretty good. Good enough to remount, you know. But right now, what do we need now to try to see if this engine is not blown? And that's all I want to know right now for this episode, is if that engine is blown or not. I don't think it is, but we're going to get a battery for that. And the only battery I have left is the one in my van to power my... Since I don't foresee me picking up any more tractors for the short term, guess I might as well use it. Hey! Die hard! I brought this last time to pick up that Kohler, that tractor trade with the generator for the thing. Worked great. Let's test and see how many volts this has. Okay, negative is short, positive is long. This is positive on this side. We'll have to put it in this way. Let's check the voltage. You need 12.4 minimum to start it. 12.61. 12.4. 12.62, so that's pretty good. I am going to find some 7/16 nut and bolts. I can never find ones for that. Such a pain. Ready? Boof! Go. Instantly, bros. Instantly, man. So they have this cover here so that when you put the seat down, right, if you have the battery up too high, it won't short it out. So this rubber part covers the positive from touching any metal. If you're ever wondering what that's for, that's what it's for. So let's see if it cranks. We're not going to try to start it. We're just going to see if it cranks, just so we can see if all the safety switches work. So I'm sitting on it, got the brake engaged, the PTO is down, no deck, it's on choke. Let's crank it, see. Holy shit! Ooh, that's no good. You guys saw that? It was running and then it just stopped. Like instantly. Oh, that's no good. Oh, wait a minute, okay. All right, good. I don't think it blew, but how about that? Can you guys believe that? Holy cow, started on the first crank and there's no oil. Can you believe that? That's why it just stopped. I'm glad I didn't rev it too hard. But how about it, huh? How about it? How lucky am I to just start it and first crank, boom, starts running. Has no oil in it. Might have some, but that's why it stopped. I gotta put some oil in there. Didn't blow anything, thank goodness. But I should have checked the oil before I tried that. Should have done that. So there's a lesson to you guys. Actually, I don't know if I blew it or not. I'm gonna put some oil in it and see what happens. So I'm gonna put some oil in it up to the rim. There's no oil in it, so I don't have to do an oil change. So I'm just gonna put 1.3 quarts of SAE 30+ from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. We're gonna let it soak overnight, and tomorrow we're gonna give her a try. I know. You guys are like, no, Henry, you teaser. Yeah, that's what brings you back for the next episode. Come on, I do that on TV all the time. Anyway, thanks for following me along today, man. Organized the garage a little bit to accommodate that Yard Machine's 46-inch wide deck. put it in the back, wait for a nice day, drive it outside, take some good pictures, list it up for sale. What do you think? $750? $800? Not during the coronavirus crisis. Nobody's thinking about buying lawn equipment except for maybe for my friend Jason. They're selling like crazy. My friend 5-Speed Ash says he's selling like crazy too. I'm like, well, who wants to go and spend money on that stuff when you can't even buy toilet paper, man? What about food on your table? That's more important than tractors, right? Well, either way, thanks a lot for joining me today. Got tractor number 3 from Motherload 26 in the garage, working on it. Looks like the deck's gonna be good. Looks like the engine's gonna be good. Looks like this might be a, I'm not gonna say it, I'm gonna jinx myself, but I'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey guys, support my channel, buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram @MowersBlowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next vlog. Have a great day.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.